credentials, and we're ready to go as the Dolphins get set to match up with the Los Angeles Chargers. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much. As he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, set, 10 Lobo.
I'm coming after you, I'm coming after you. Check three,
5.
Now a carry by the third-year man. This is Austin Eckler. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. What a great surprise Austin Eckler has turned out to be. That's the kid that was undrafted out of Western State, signed with the Chargers in 2017, and then last season, 554 yards at 5.2 yards per carry, and then he was also effective catching the football. 39 receptions, over 400 yards there. A great compliment to Melvin Gordon. First down, and they stick with Eckler. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
I'm here all day.
Hey,
2nd and 4. Allen's got it complete. He's by himself. Keenan Allen. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready? 56. Mike's 56. Bound to lose one. Check 24.
Now a 2-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You can't block me. You can't block me. Check the backer. Check the backer.
Now Howard. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That one a first down pickup of 8.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
A good run by Jordan Howard, and now another 1st and 10.
I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a 1st down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They run with Howard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Switch up, switch up. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Check.
Running with Howard. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Let's go. 50 flag. Right there in the middle. 55. Let's go, D.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Incomplete. This is Albert Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
He's coming. Double up, double up.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
This is Howard on 2nd down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. That'll back them up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
A 26-yard attempt.
The kick by Sanders is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
No, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone and get you 6?
That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
That one good for 13 and a Charger first.
Let's go. 10-2 start.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
Hey.
Where's 52?
Here is Eckler. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Let's go now. 30 base. 5.
No. Check that. We got Mike 52 right here.
Now.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And this one complete to Reed. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
First down, Chargers.
After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Chargers 7, Dolphins 3.
Ready.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 43.
52's the mark, boys. 52. I got it.
Ready.
From the gun, Herbert. He completes it to Henry. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A gain of 6 there on first. Well, last year, Henry really looked poised for a prime breakout season, but then May 22nd, tore his ACL during OTAs, ruled out for the year. Actually was added to the active roster in a pretty heroic return for their playoff clash with New England, but did not play. 29 career games for Henry, 12 touchdowns, and now with Antonio Gates' career coming to a close, they expect a lot out of the 24-year-old Hunter Henry. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Herbert. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point, and they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
Badgley's kick is good. The Chargers, a team that's really been plagued by poor field goal kicking the last decade or so, but I think they feel they've solved their problems with Badgley.
I would say so. He went 15 for 16 in 10 games last season, undrafted out of Miami. And remember, he had 5 field goals in the playoffs against the Baltimore Ravens.
After the made field goal, Badgley back out there for the kickoff. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Just a lone field goal for them so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10.
Mike 55.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a completion to Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
First down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Let's get this ball.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by his big tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
They go play action here on first down. And a loose football. And picked up by the Chargers. And a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Running on first down, Eckler. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 33-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
You better be afraid of me.
Hey, Delta. Yo, go.
Don't get nervous. 52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52 is the mic.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Field, D. Let's get off the field, D.
Hit it.
On 2nd down, Eckler. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Look at me, Zipper.
They're running, man. Where's 52? Block 52. 52's the mic. Blue Dan. Mike 52, Mike.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6.
Go. Hey, Foxtrot.
52. Mike 52. Here we go. 52's the mic, boys. 52. Get that quarterback.
Off the play fake. Herbert. And that's going to be intercepted by the Pro Bowler Xavier Howard. Oh, eluding the tackle. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The intended receiver there, Allen. That pick hurts a little extra because it was 3rd down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
It's what you call a rookie mistake. They'll run on first down. It's Howard. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch the flash. Watch the flash.
Second and 5. And this is caught. It's Parker. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Let's go.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL.
Under 10.
Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And he's brought down. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal.
What you got, Levy? Give me some. Here we go. No. Check 4. Hey, switch gears. Wait. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check.
Trying to punch it in with Howard. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jordan Howard, his second touchdown on the season, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Tie ball game, still a little more than a minute to go in the half. The question, can they put something together here, try to take that lead into intermission?
I would have to think that would be the goal for sure. I don't think you sit on anything here. Here's your opportunity. Push it downfield. As you mentioned, it's a tie game. So minus a disaster on your part, you've got that in your back pocket. Go ahead and try and get some points and feel great going into the half.
A gain of 6 there on first.
Brings up second and 4.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down.
Hey, Charlie.
52's the mic.
Big dribble.
Off play action. Herbert. It's complete to Williams.
Herbert's pass complete
Right
to
there.
Williams.
Down.
Out of bounds at his own 49-yard line.
Let's go.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey!
52's the mic.
Hey! Wahoo!
Hey! Where's 52?
2nd and 2.
52's the mic.
This is caught by Williams. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's first down.
Hey, Hayward!
Check that. We're Mike 52 right here. 52. Let's go one more.
Now.
From the gun, Herbert. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half, and you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. He'll set up to throw. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. He was looking for Jordan Howard that time. And it's 3rd and short. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Howard. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the out. Mike 56. Mike 56.
Back to throw here. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready?
The Charger drive about to get going. Time here for likely one play, and then these two teams will head to the locker room all even.
And you know the play caller's just feeling it right now. Let's go ahead and go for this one. A big shot downfield. No. Guarantee the head coach is like, don't get crazy. Take the knee. Let's get out of here. Tie game. We'll just start all over.
Check 52.
Ready?
A final shot before break. Herbert out to the left here to Reed. So we have reached halftime here at a good one. 10-10 is our score. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard.
Come on, fellas.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
4 yards on the pickup.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 3.
They go with Howard again, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. Dancing away at the 35. He's got a man. It's Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin first down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone. Sometimes you're throwing it between the zones. Sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Mike 56, Mike 56. Get ready, get ready.
They'll drop the throw. And he finds Howard complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they march up another 15 against your squad.
And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll set up a throw. That is caught by Williams for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Dolphins have taken the lead. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 17-10 score. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the 3rd quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Hey. Come, baby, I'm coming, baby. Woo! Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
2nd and 14. Caught by Allen. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. First down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
And get some space. Now a toss play to Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
Hey, high 7.
Mike 52, Mike 52. Watch the screen, watch the screen.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Herbert. This taken in by Jakeem Grant. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
He wasn't ready.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Hey, two.
52's the mic right here on the left, right? 52's the mic. Hey, come
Come
on.
on.
Operating from the gun. Herbert. It's complete to Grant. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
It's a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Here we go.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Eckler. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Devon Godchaux up to make the tackle. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. It's Williams on the catch. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 35.
22 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
Here we go. Here we
So
go.
now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 35-yard line.
Big triple. Big triple.
Back to throw. Herbert steps away to his left. He'll try and run it. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
McMillan on the tackle.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there.
60 outlaw.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
80 weapon. Hey, team 6. Team 6.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Pilot, 64. Weak. Rocket. Now.
On 2nd down, this is Jackson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And now time is called as we've got an injured Charger down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll try the right side with Eckler. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
2nd and goal from the 6 this time. 2nd and 6. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as they can now even this game here in the 4th quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And that drives Which is insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking.
Again, it's Howard. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. On first down, Howard. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
49's the mic. Watch 49.
2nd and 11. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he's got this down to the 35. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's a 2nd and 7. Gets this to his running back, Jordan Howard. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins have taken the lead here in the 4th. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Set, 30 base. Bravo.
36.
General West.
Kill.
Get it.
Going on the ground with Eckler. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Set, 70, Indy. Go.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Stay with your man.
Hey, box truck.
52.
Hit it.
Looking to throw. Herbert, and caught by Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Set, ready? 15, 1. 51.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
5.
Throwing on first down. Herbert got his man. It's Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 18 big yards on that one and a Charger first.
First down, Los Angeles.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. On first down, Herbert for Keenan Allen. That's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for L.A. The 2 big plays, one after the other. Now all of a sudden, they're on the march.
Got to feel good about what they've just gotten done, and now feel really good about what's in front of them.
Down. 8, read.
Double dog. That's the way.
Go.
Mike Badu. Watch the pass. Check 52 to Mike. Check 52 to Mike. They can't shoot.
Back to throw. He'll get this to Eckler. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 12 yards there, and the Chargers have a first down. I tell you, it has not been his best day throwing the football. He really needs to piece something together here.
All will be forgiven if he leads them into the end zone.
Slam.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the fourth.
Wow. I know it's a never say never situation, but to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but now you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. One possession game, time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Check safety, check safety. Wide, get wide.
Now Eckler. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
Second and 3 at the 37-yard line.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
25, check 25, check 25. Back. Watch the twitch. Watch the twitch.
Look at me. Zipper. Go.
Mike 50.
Snap.
Once more, here's Eckler. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. The Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Smooth.
Mike 52. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room. 52's the mic right here over there, right? 52's the mic.
Ready?
From the gun, Herbert. And this one complete to Reed. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
First down, Chargers.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but bottom line, they got the job done.
Yeah, it is the bottom line, isn't it? A few anxious moments along the way, though, a few sweaty palms, not just for the team, but for their fans. As you mentioned, down going into the 4th quarter. How about the rally? How about the comeback? Getting it done on both sides of the ball, holding them when they needed to, and finding ways to get points when they had the football.
So for our visitors, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Dolphins, they'll drop down to 1-3. And fortunately for them, they'll have the early bye next week as they return to action in Week 6. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here,